Go.
Hi, we are the team TurtleWatch. I'm Divya, this is Apur, Riddhima, and Vasu. We're here to explain the goal of our experience. So, as the name suggests, it's all about turtles. From May to November is the nesting season of the turtles, and they hatch about 8 weeks after they nest. So that's when the turtle comes out of its shell, and when it comes out of its shell, it has enough protein and enough energy in it to sustain it enough to walk towards the sea. And when they run out of that energy and all the stored up stamina in them, they get dehydrated, and the chances of them dying increases. And we're here to explain what our obstacles are and what we're going to show in the experience.
So the hatchling sea turtle is supposed to follow the brightest light around the beach, and that is usually the reflection of moon on water. But because of interference of artificial lights around the beach, they get misguided, and they can become an easy prey for their natural predators like crabs, seagulls, and crows. And it is hard for them to escape.
Nesting turtles who once had no problems finding a place to nest now have to compete with businesses, coastal residents, and tourists. So, by their natural instinct, they follow the brightest lights, which is the artificial light right now. They go towards the city and get run over by the cars.
There are obstacles faced by the hatchling turtles. Sometimes they get stuck in a hole, sometimes they are eaten by the animals, or there are toys and furniture on the beach in which they get stuck, and they also die because of dehydration.
So our intent here is that you are going to be a hatchling sea turtle, and you're going to face all the obstacles around the beach. And if you make it to the sea, you will be accomplishing a lot, and you will be saving a lot of sea turtles.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Turtle Watch.
From May to October each year, Florida's beaches become nesting sites for tens of thousands of sea turtles. Female turtles drag themselves out of the water onto beaches all around Florida and lay about 100 eggs deep down in the sand like they have been doing for millions of years. About 60 days later, the hatchling sea turtles climb their way to the surface and scurry to the water as quickly as they can. Unfortunately, hatchlings face many threats along the way, making the dash to the water a dangerous time for a tiny hatchling sea turtle. If you were a hatchling sea turtle, could you avoid all the threats you face and make it into the water safely? Make one wrong move and you will never make it to the water. Press A to begin. Let's test your knowledge. What is the biggest threat to hatchling sea turtles in Florida? Predation or other wild animals preying on hatchlings to eat them? Lighting on the beach? Beach furniture? Holes left in the sand by people? Let me give you a hint. Go towards the brightest part of the beach. You fell into a hole a family left after a day at the beach. You're too little to crawl out and are at risk for a bird, crab, or another animal to capture you. Next time you visit the beach, be sure to fill in any holes you dig there before you leave. you're stuck under a beach chair. A lot of the hatchling turtles get stuck under the beach furniture left by visitors. Make sure to not leave any furniture lying around in the beach before you go home. Oh, you've run out of time. A normal hatchling turtle will get dehydrated and becomes an easy prey if it doesn't get to water in time. Try again.